Hey everyone, my name is Troy from TechGamesEtc. Now today I was not going to do no videos on Microsoft Xbox One. None at all. I just thought, a lot of the media was just beating a dead horse about everything about Microsoft and nothing interesting because I wasn't interested in buying a console. Until I saw the conference, until I was reading the news about the conference, and one game just perked me right up. Killer Instinct. Now, Killer Instinct, if you do not know why Killer Instinct is so important, I grew up I grew up in a time when arcades were at its peak. And I actually saw the arcades when arcades were at its peak and when arcades were on their decline. I remember that. Killer Instinct was one of those games, right? Killer Instinct was one of those games that introduced the combo system. Now, some people might say, oh, Killer Instinct was trying to be like Mortal Kombat. No. Killer Instinct was trying to be like Street Fighter or whatever. No. Killer Instinct stood on its own. When I say stood on its own with both feet. Alright? Both feet planted firmly. Killer Instinct had combos, not just 10 combos, not just 20 hit combos, 30, 40 hit combos. And the announcer would be like, combo breaker. Like, you can break combos, like, have combo breakers. It'd be like ultra combo, super combo. Now, I was very excited. I was so close to almost thinking about purchasing Xbox One. You know, that's that one game that gives you that little nudge to purchase it. Or that one game that gives you that little nudge to purchase that console is on. Well, I felt that. But sadly, as I was watching this, I was some concerns started to come into effect. Number one, it didn't look like the original engine-based Killer Instinct. This one looked kind of cartoonish. It looked kind of like Street Fighter, like a cartoonish. Like, I remember the old Killer Instinct where the arcade version of Killer Instinct, not the system version, where it had like a dark and gritty feel. The textures were dark. The animations were great. The way that it looked, it just looked dark. It looked gritty. This one just looks too cartoony. And I don't like what they did with Jago. Jago is that ninja guy. He looks way too over-exaggerated. Proportion-wise, Saberwolf doesn't have that bulkiness to him. They should have showcased more characters like Orchid and Folklore and a lot of like some new characters, and also showed some fatalities a little bit. Because let me tell y'all, man, Killer Instinct, is it a system seller? It'll get me interested. Now, another concern is with the developers of this. Double Helix is actually developing this game. Now, I researched Double Helix. They don't look like they are really that experienced and like don't really have a list of AAA games that they've done. And I'm just like kind of on the fence, like I don't know about that one either. But pretty much, and also dealing with Microsoft and Rare's IPs, you can tell they don't have a good history. Remember what they did with Perfect Dark Zero? I still cringe. And also what they did with Banjo-Kazooie. Banjo-Kazooie, it was like Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. It was like a racing game or something. It wasn't a platformer like the original 64 versions were. Now, these are some things that would have sold me with this game, Killer Instinct, not just dealing with the engine and stuff. Have the original arcade version included with the game. That's one of my things they should have did. I don't know if that's going to be like a pre-order bonus or already in the game, but they should also have Killer Instinct, the original arcade version, running off that arcade engine and everything on the actual sequel or reboot to this game. Also, They should have NetherRealms. They should have NetherRealms do this game, develop this game. Get a developer that's actually experienced in making fighting games. And also bring it back to the old engine with new enhancements, but have the same, close to the same look as the old system. Now, you can imagine if they actually go a little step further and create Mortal Kombat versus Killer Instinct. That right there would have shown... I'll be like, yeah, Microsoft, just go ahead and take my money. You know, that would be close to a system seller. That would be, for me, I could deal with the connect, with the on and off switch, the 24-hour connection, the what else? The DRM and all this other stuff. Yeah, they get that on board. Yeah, that's a definite purchase. And also, the announcer's voice doesn't sound like the old version. It sounds too like, you know, it doesn't have that gritty, deeper voice. I know I'm getting kind of picky here, but that was pretty much it. Now, another honorable mention, some honorable mentions about the conference that did stand out to me was they got rid of the Xbox points. And also, did y'all see the trailer to Titanfall? Yeah, I was actually impressed. I know it's another first-person shooter. Most of the things that they announced today, not a majority, but a handful of them were first-person shooters. This is coming from the company Respawn, who actually worked on Call of Duty series. There was like 2 developers that left the company. I don't know if it was Infinity Ward or the other studio. I can't remember because I don't follow Call of Duty. But it really looks good. My only gripe is a futuristic shooter. And it's hard for me to get into futuristic shooters. Like, I like more modern shooters. Like, you know, Warfighter and stuff. And it's hard to... But the mechs in that game, the robots in the game, you can actually pilot mechs. Actually get into a mech and pilot it. And it's just incredible. But... that's just pretty much it with this conference. I wasn't going to do a video today, but Killer Instinct is a definite mention. Like, but come on, like Xbox is going to be close to $500 with all the other issues they're dealing with. Xbox is going to be launching in November, and they're speculating it's going to be launching the same day that Call of Duty Ghost is launching. But I'm not interested in this system, but it almost got me, though. Killer Instinct almost got me, but there you go. There you have it, y'all. Let me know in the comments what y'all think. Did y'all like that Microsoft conference? Are you interested in still getting a console? Did it make you change your perspective of this console and you still going to get it? Just go ahead and leave that in the comments section below, and I'll be happy to reply to comments as well. And there you go. See you later. Thanks a lot.